Wow. Okay, so I'm back. I just decided that I wanted to pop in and do a really quick little vlog to catch up with you guys. I have more or less completely disappeared from social media in terms of not participating in like any writing games or hashtags or anything like that. So it seems a little bit weird even to me that I wanted to do this, but um, I guess there's no point dancing around the truth. And the truth isn't so much that, I've had a lot going on, even though that is part of it, that I've been really busy. But, um, the past few months, I've just really been kind of struggling with my mental health and just my emotional well being. And I figured that maybe if I could open up a little bit and talk to you guys and just kind of get it out of my system and maybe focus on some of the good things that are happening in my life, it would help me to feel a little bit more confident and a little bit less like I'm hiding from the problem. So, anyway, I'm not going to spend too much time talking about that because that's kind of sad, and I've been a little bit sad all day. So, we're going to focus on the good stuff. First of all, I'm wearing my Fleming College t-shirt. I was not actually a student at Fleming College here in Peterborough, but I did work there for a while. And I think part of the reason I started wearing it again is because I've been thinking about going back to school. And for those of you who know me, relatively well, I've been working a lot of temp jobs lately, and so I have decided that I would like to upgrade my education and hopefully find better job prospects. That would be really nice. So, in terms of what I've been doing writing wise, I do have some good news, and those of you who are still following me and are still more or less, kind of keeping up with my personal projects and my works in progress and whatnot, I do have good news, and it looks a little bit like this. I don't know if that's going to show up backwards because my camera is backwards, but hopefully it won't be that way when I upload it. So this is my proof copy of Roads Untraveled, which is the second book in my series, and the back cover too. Which I actually ended up making a couple of changes, so that's just the proof. So that's just for me. But when you guys buy it, if you decide to, which would be really cool, the back cover is going to be a little bit different. It's actually going to look a little bit more like Fate Unwritten's back cover, which is like this. You can see I have an author bio down below and the blurb up top. And the front cover, if I can turn it around, I can't really do this with one hand apparently. Front cover looks a little bit like this. I'm actually really kind of happy because I took this picture last summer or 2 summers ago when I was at my family's farm, and I've always wanted to have a reason to use it, and now I do. So this picture, the picture of the saddle, and also this picture here of the fence was taken at my family's property, and I just also wanted to kind of tell you a little story about that. So a few years ago, when my mom passed away, she had said that she wanted to immortalize her dream of having her own place. And so there was some discussion about whether or not we should have a website dedicated to the family farm and all that kind of thing. And I thought that that was maybe a little bit too public. Even though it put us on the map, I said, maybe that would not be the safest thing because then people could find us and do God knows what. Because, let's be honest, people are not always good or scrupulous. But so I took that picture one day when I was out for a walk in the back 40, I guess, or the front 40 actually, because that was where we keep the paddocks. And so when it came time to actually design the covers, I had this vision in my head of this one scene in Roads Untraveled, which, if you haven't read it, it's basically when Ray and Hannah are out at basically the very back corner of his property, and they're working on some fencing, they're fixing everything. And I guess I just kind of put two and two together, and I imagined that scene, and I thought of that picture that I had taken, and I said, you know what, maybe that would be a really good way to immortalize our family farm. So it kind of brought together the best of both worlds, which is, my mom and writing and all that kind of stuff that's important to me. So, yeah, that's kind of the story behind the cover. I'm really excited for you guys to read these stories. I know there's been some confusion about, why I'm re-releasing Fate Unwritten and that kind of thing. And I'll go into more detail in another video because I don't want to load this one up too much, but um, basically the small press that I was with, who originally released Fate Unwritten in 2015, I believe it was. I'm going back a few years now, but anyway, they closed. They decided that they didn't want to keep printing books, and I said, okay, that's fine. So I got my rights back, and then I ended up making a whole bunch of changes to the story and re-releasing it under my own imprint. So that's why there's been a little bit of a delay in terms of getting Roads Untraveled out and getting Fate Unwritten out, is because I wanted them to be available at the same time, and they are. So I don't know if you can see this, but this is my online store on Lulu. So probably a bit of a glare, but there are going to be some links available in the future anyway, so you can check it out on your own time. And yeah, I just really wanted to kind of show up for something, I guess. I don't really know how else to say that, but I think I really need to focus on promoting these two stories because they're both really important to me. I've been working with these characters on and off since I was in high school, and there's still one more book to come in the series. And when I say it, it's really like, like, oh my god, why am I doing this to myself? But yeah, I have plans for a third book. I just don't know what I'm going to do in terms of finding a new editor or a new beta reader or whatever when the time comes, but like that's, a few years down the road, so I don't think I have to worry about it tonight. Anyway, so yeah, I guess I just wanted to say I'm still here, and I am still writing. I do have 2 or 3 active stories right now. I don't want to tell you what they're about, and I'm not trying to be like secretive or anything, it's just that I haven't really develop them. Like there's a little seed of an idea for one that has taken root, and I started working on it, and I am really loving it so far. But it's still in its infancy, and I still feel very vulnerable talking about it because it's something that was inspired by something that happened to me, and it's something that I'm still working on. So when that story is a little bit more fleshed out, I will start talking about it, probably not on Twitter or anything like that, but maybe in a blog, because I've been kind of trying to stay away from Twitter and Facebook. I'm not a social media person. I don't like a lot of things about Twitter and Facebook, and that's probably not something I should be admitting on a vlog, but I don't really care. I want to be truthful, and I want to be a little bit more real with you guys. So yeah, I think I might just stick to one particular medium, and that might be blogging or working on my website. Just I don't think I'm going to go back to being very actively involved in Twitter. I've had to step away from it for a lot of different reasons, and I just don't see the point in going back now and trying to pick up where I left off, because I need to kind of focus on my mental health, and that's becoming really important to me as I get older. So for those of you who understand, I appreciate it, and if you don't, then you don't, and I'm not going to force you to try. So that's kind of the long and short of it. That's where everything is, and I was kind of hoping you guys would give me some ideas in terms of what you want me to talk about. If you want me to do, like, maybe some readings, like, in front of a camera, for instance, not a live audience. I'm not into that. Stage fright. But anyway, so, like, if you want me to do, like, some kind of little chapter readings, or maybe if you want me to talk about the characters in a little bit more depth, let me know, and I will, because I don't want these books to just sit on a shelf somewhere and not kind of earn their keep, as it were. So yeah, just let me know in the comments if you want me to keep doing this, and I will try to be a little bit more disciplined about creating new content. But if you want to continue seeing more videos, please subscribe, and just maybe drop a comment or something like that, some ideas. Honestly, I'm pretty open to doing just about anything within reason, so yeah, let me know. I'm rambling now, so I'm going to cut it off here. and go back to kind of working on my website and just getting everything cleaned up and ready for whatever's to come, because I don't really know at this point. Anyway, so I'm gonna sign off and just keep at it, keep doing what I do. I hope to talk to you guys relatively soon. I'm not sure when I can come back and keep vlogging, but hopefully it will not be in 6 months from now. And yeah, anything else new and exciting happens, you'll hear about it somewhere, sometime. So have a good night, and I will see you all really soon.